Well, good morning. Today we are camping. Right, I'm gonna have to show you this. We were standing over in Damon's van, just having a conversation, and we just noticed something. Oh, it's all broken up. I've got this streamer coming out of my van. What's happened is I had a roll of kitchen roll up here, and the wind's obviously picked it and like launched the entire roll outside. That's just so annoying. Luckily I have a spare, but I managed to save a little bit. What I normally do is just have this this pair of zip ties just tied around it, and it just stops it coming unravelled. But obviously I forgot. Right, let's go and meet the others. We've got Joe is here and he's staying in Damon's caravan. We've got Dan is here. You may know Dan from Dan's Haunted Cottage. And of course we've got Nina and Damon. So let's wander over and say hello. Morning.
Good morning.
Hello, how are we?
Very good, thank you.
Good.
That teach you to pull your trousers up toilet paper.
That was pretty impressive from here. It was kind of flapping out like that. It looked really cool. Cool in a weird way. But there we go. Am I allowed to show the inside of your van?
Yeah.
Because
it's a bloody mess.
that's all right. I think you can get away with the occasional bloody. So yeah, this is Damon's new setup.
Yeah,
for Nina.
Still a work in progress.
Let me step indoors. He's got a proper. No, you're fine. He's got a proper. He's actually gone for a proper cooker and oven.
Yeah.
I'm officially envious. And a massive, great big bowl, so we can actually fit all this stuff in, which is good. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
It's quite early in the morning. You can probably tell from my very deep voice.
It's actually nearly dinner time.
Well, some of these guys have been up quite a long time. I haven't. So anyway.
Snap.
Oh yes, we've got exactly the same camera. So this is what you look like right now to me. So, apart from the weird alarm thing that's sat on, which is quite functional actually. That looks good.
Just put a loom cube on as well.
Yeah, I like that idea. Hey, you've got exactly the same tripod as well.
I got loads of those.
Well, these little Manfrotto things. They're really good, really handy. Anyway, we're going to have a coffee and probably do very little, but
exactly.
we'll find out if we do anything when we do it, and I'm sure I'll report back if it's film worthy. So we'll see you shortly. Wow, listen to that wind. It's really windy out there, blowing a gale. I'm going to have an AeroPress coffee. Now, I haven't had one of these for a little while. I've bought a coffee machine for a home. It's a bean to cup one, and I sort of have a coffee every day. It's really nice to have a proper coffee with freshly ground beans. But it's a bit big to bring with me, and I've got no electricity out here, so I decided to use something called an AeroPress, and apparently all the coffee hipsters go for these because they make a really good cup of coffee. And anyway, I've got some coffee beans somewhere. I think they're in the fridge. Here we go. So I've got some coffee beans, and I'm going to grind them up and make a coffee. Joe wants one as well, so that's Joe's cup there. And I think I shall use my living in the moment mug as well. So let's do this. So how have you been? Haven't made any videos for a little while, apart from that little astrophotography video I made about a week ago now. But it's nice to have the weather so we can actually get back out and do camping and things. It's still a little bit on the chilly side, and it's still very early, you know, sort of early spring, mid-spring now. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of camping in the cold weather. I mean, it can be fun, it can be a bit cozy, especially with the heater running. But I do prefer the sort of more moderate weather if I can do it. So, but yeah, we're at Damon's field, and we've been sort of, I think we planned this weekend since last year. We sort of penciled it in on the calendar and thought, right, we're really going to aim for a proper camping trip. These smell so good. It's a shame you haven't got smelly vision. You could smell them, but I love the smell of coffee beans, and then when it's ground, it's delectable. Let's have a look at this AeroPress. I can't remember whether I showed you this before or not. It is rather good. So it's basically like a big plunger. It's like a big syringe. And what I tend to do is I'll put it upright like that, and then you put all the coffee and the water and everything in there. Got these filter papers that go in there, and then once you put your coffee and your water in there, you put that on, and then you turn it on, and you like inject it into the cup. You put the cup on like that, and you push down, and it forces the coffee through the filter, but it's under pressure, so you get a better flavour or something. I don't know, but it always tastes nice in one of these. So that's all I'm worried about. Right, 2 AeroPress coffees. I'll see you in a minute. There we go, just been doing some profile pictures and some silly pictures, so they're always fun to do. What's this? What's this? Woo!
You don't have a friend though, so...
Right, I bought some van cleaning gear with me. The van hasn't been cleaned for well, since late last year. So I wasn't sure which bits to bring with me, so I bought the entire pack, and I'm just going to go over it now and give it a little wipe down, give it a clean. I've got this stuff which is waterless wash and wax, so you don't actually need to wash it. You can just hopefully clean it with just this. So we'll give this a go and see what happens. There we go, that's a little bit better. It's all shiny again, so I'm quite pleased with that, although I've put some bumper blacking on and it's a little bit rough. It's really hard. If you know of a decent bumper blacking that you can put on and not get that patchy end result, I'd be really interested, because this is, well, you can see it, it's sort of, it's just patchy. I generally just put it on with a cloth, but you can see the shine on it is all a bit not very uniform. But I'd have thought by now, because I've tried all sorts of different products, I'd have thought by now they'd have come up with one that you literally put on, wipe straight off, and you end up with a really nice flat uniform finish. But I don't think I've ever had a uniform finish on bumper blacking. But there we go, first world problems. So if that's all I've got to worry about, then life's got to be pretty good. I bought a new step for the van, because that big one that I've got that sort of very much like Damon's, it's really big to carry around, so I bought this little folding step, but unfortunately it's sort of it works its way into the ground. I think it's ideal for if you're on a hard standing, but it's not ideal for on grass, but never mind. It's doing it again. Keeps get a little gust of wind look come along, and then you see this kitchen roll flapping out the top of the door there. Look. Oh dear. Bit of a design flaw there. Never mind. Right, I'm going to come back here and shut this door if it'll let me. Nope. There's definitely a vacuum, a negative vacuum there. So there we go. Right. So I'll wrap that up. There's a whole. That was a new roll when I set out. Right, I'm going to make some bacon and eggs. Just to keep me going for the rest of the day until this evening when I've got some steak, hopefully. Let's have a look. Let's see if it's thawing out. Oh, it's still frozen. Well, frozen in the middle. I'm going to leave that out to thaw out. There's a nice piece of ribeye there. So that can stay out. And there's the bacon. I've got to have bacon because it needs using up. And some eggs. Okay, gonna try something new today. I bought a new skillet for the van. This is the second skillet I bought for the van. The first skillet I bought, it was too big. So I got this for general use for the van. It was actually Janie who talked to me about skillets. And it's one of the pans that she uses all the time. It's sort of a cross between a saucepan and a frying pan. And this one's a non-stick one made by Green Chef, whoever they are. But hopefully it'll, you know, give me some good service, and hopefully, yes, it fits. The last one I had, it was so, the diameter was so big, it was literally sitting on the edge of the cooker and sort of lifting it off the hob. So that's just the perfect size. And I've got a lid that goes with it too. So I'm going to be using beef. This is beef dripping. It looks like lard, but it's actually beef dripping. I think you guys in America call it tallow. Now the reason I'm using beef dripping as opposed to vegetable oils is I very recently discovered things about vegetable oils that are not conducive to health. Apparently vegetable oils contain an awful lot of something called omega-6, and if you consume vegetable oils, what happens is the omega-6 to omega-3 ratios in your body get whacked out of kilter. So you get omega-3s from things like fish, you know, oily fish, and I think you get them from olive oil. I might be wrong on that. And the idea is you're supposed to have this balance between omega-3 and omega-6, and when they're balanced, all of your inflammatory markers in your blood reduce, and it reduces inflammation. If you have a lot of vegetable oils, what happens is your omega-6 markers go up, or your omega-6 levels go up, and it causes inflammation in the body, and you end up with all these little inflammatory markers going off. And that's exactly what happened to me. I had a blood test about three months ago now, and I'd been eating a lot of mayonnaise and cooking things in vegetable oils, and my omega-3 to omega-6 ratios were way out of kilter. So since then I've basically banned all vegetable oils. So I'm, you know, for fats and things, I'm literally only having butter and cooking in beef dripping, which is tallow. And I don't know whether that's made a difference because I haven't had a blood test recently, but I'm kind of hoping it has. Plus the fact I'm eating a lot more salmon. I found a place, well, Tesco's do wild caught salmon, so it's not farmed salmon. And they do 4 fillets for about, it's not cheap, it's about £4.50 I think, but they're again, they're full of all the right kinds of fats, so hopefully it's doing something. We're just chilling out, we're all knackered. Right, it's looking like we're going to get some rain very shortly. Let me just bring my aerial in. It's my little, it's a little aerial that I sometimes put outside. It's magnetic, and that's for this radio here. And sometimes I can get some decent signals, other times not. Time for a bit of tea, I think. Now, let's have a look, see what we got in here. I think I'm going to go for a bit of steak and some chips. They're in the freezer, and I think that's all I'm going to have. Steak, chips, maybe an egg with it. Egg, steak and chips. Sounds good to me. A little bit of ketchup and I'll be happy. Right, so I'll get this tea sorted, and then I think we're going to have a little bonfire. We've got the little gizmo there that Damon uses to burn stuff. I've got a load of old tax papers that need burning, so I brought them down, and we're gonna see if we can get a little fire going with them. But that's all after tea, so see you shortly. Just burning all this paper. It's kind of fun, but you have to break it up and screw it up. Otherwise, if you just chuck it in like that, it's just not burning. So,
Well, that warmed up a bit, yeah.
It's quite late in the evening. What is it, about 10ish? Yeah. 20 past 10.
Half 10.
Half 10.
Yeah.
I've just spent about 3 hours burning papers. I couldn't believe it. It was basically 4 reams of paper, or 4 boxes. It took so long to break them all up and separate them and screw them up to burn them, because if you just throw them on as a solid block of paper, they don't burn. So it's taken a long time, and I absolutely stink. I smell of smoke. I'm gonna have to have a shower tonight and a complete change of clothes. And I've just realised I've only got 1 pair of trousers with me, which are these, so I might be wearing shorts tomorrow. We'll see what the weather suggests. But we're just about to attack a piece of. Sorry, there's Joe. Is that, what do you call that? Velvet cake?
Red velvet cake.
Red velvet. I've never heard of a red velvet cake before. It is. Is it? It's. Oh, apparently it's.
That's the only way I explain it.
Okay, I've got to try this then. So Damon's made a vow that he doesn't want to go home with cake with him. So thank you very much. That looks very. Oops, where are we? That looks very red. It's got a red colour to it. Right, I'm going to eat this, and I cannot eat it with one camera in one hand and a plate in the other. So I'll see you later.
Bye.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at? There's nothing there.
Oh, did a reflection go up there or something?
Oh, is it the reflection of this plate?
Yeah.
It's a reflection of the plate that. Rocco?
He's like a cat.
What do you like? It's a reflection of my plate. See you later. Well, good morning. It's Sunday morning and I had a nice lie in this morning. Actually, I nodded off and woke up about 10:30. I didn't realise how late it was. I was lying there thinking it was about 8 o'clock and I looked at my watch and it was 10:30, which was quite funny. So anyway, I had a nice shower last night. You can probably tell from the fuzzy hair, and I had to because I burnt all that paperwork in the bin and I absolutely stunk of smoke. So I had to come back last night and have a shower. Now Joe, poor old Joe, he's got to go back on the train and he stinks of smoke as well, so he's going to borrow my shower. I'm just boiling up the kettle, and when that's done I'm going to fill up the reservoir with hot water and then Joe can have the shower. And while he's having a shower over here, I'm going to go over to Damon's and make a coffee on my little AeroPress, and hopefully it'll work out well. So the weather's a bit well, it's okay. It's not unpleasant. It's just a little overcast, bit of grey sky. I don't think we're going to have any rain today, and we're just going to have a relaxing morning, just chill out, and then meander on home at some point after lunch, which I think is a nice way to end a nice little camping trip. He's even got a door. Steering wheel, all comfortable?
Yep.
Starting the engine. Go! We're just all having a chill out. Damon has wanted to sit on his bed with the back doors open and just have a read and soak up the peace and quiet of this place. And I'm just here, gonna have a little spot of breakfast, nice coffee again, and maybe do a bit of writing as well, and just enjoy how quiet it is here. It's so nice. The only thing I can hear right now is my fridge, but as soon as that goes off, it'll be hello. It'll be quiet again. And yeah, so might have a little listen to a bit of music in a bit, and think about going home a bit later on. We've figured out when the trains are available for Joe, and that's right throughout the day, so we can just take off whenever we choose. But for now, it's so relaxing here. We're just choosing to just stay put and chill out, and then just meander on home at a later time, when we're all done with chilling out, which is not yet. Damon wants to set us up for a posed photo. It's going to be a bit camp, I think, but I'm up for it. Let's see what happens. Camp's fine. Camp's fine.
I think the monkeys or something like that.
Ouch. Yeah. There you go. Oh. I'm just waiting for the bed to collapse. Okay, right. Yeah.
Everybody alright?
Yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah, well, he's the photographer, so we just do as we're told.
Right, everybody look at the camera up there then. Look at the big thing.
Yeah.
Let's just do another one. No, stop. Right, next one, put a funny face. Ready? I don't know what to do with that. Stop.
There's about 100 pictures on there.
Good boy. Good boy.
That's it, good boy. Oh, get a shot while he's there.
Stay.
Yeah!
Ready?
Yeah.
Use that. Oh, wow. Hang on. Rock out. Cozy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're gonna.
I've got to go on camera now.
Keep over him, Joe. I'll slide off, and then you can make sure he's alright. I think we've probably got.
The things we do for photographs, for our art. Oh, I like it. Oh, that's good. Funny.
In Nina just now with our big orgy in the back of the van. I'm here with Rick and Joe again, and we've got Rocco somewhere. There he is. Hello. Just like to try and do this with.
You need longer arms,
Yeah,
don't you?
I
think so. Yeah.
I'll do it now. Ready?
Go.
You're such a loving dog.
Do you remember Instamatic cameras? That's quite good. I like that. That's still developing at the moment. So give that a couple of minutes. Not sure I'd want one of these. I mean, it's kind of fun for things like this. But Dan, I think Dan just bought one, didn't he?
Yeah, he
used
ordered
one.
Yeah.
The new cost of these is about, was it 60 or 70 quid? Yeah. Which is a lot of money. And then of course you got the films in the back. I think you get, is it 12 or 11 or 10 shots? And it's about,
something like that.
I think it's about 12 quid for a film cartridge. So it basically makes one of these £1 each, which is, was that $1.50-ish?
About that.
Yeah. So it's quite an expensive. I mean, it's probably brilliant for a night out.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you take a picture on your phone for a night out. All right, you can distribute the photo between your mates, but there's something to be said for having an actual photograph in your possession. And I think Damon's looking at taking pictures like this and just sticking them up around the van, which is kind of cool. I like that idea.
I think he's ordered the pegs. But...
That's right, yeah, little light up pegs that clip them on. Actually, that's a very clear picture. If you look at my that size, it's going to be though, isn't it? Yeah. It's actually really pin sharp. But yeah, you got that faded sort of Polaroid 70s sort of look to it, which is quite funky. I like that. So there we go. Think that's pretty much it. We're just sort of getting ready to pack up and go home now. And it's been a really nice relaxing weekend, and it's been great to see everyone again as well. And we saw Dan on, was it Friday, wasn't it? And the weather's been really good. Really been happy that the rain has mostly stayed off. We had a little bit at the beginning of the trip, but it's been really pleasant today, and I'm sort of in a sort of state of mind where I really don't want to go home. I could fall asleep right now, but we must head back. So I'm going to sign off here. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was I don't know, a little bit entertaining or interesting or whatever. Do feel free to leave comments below, and thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Until then, take care.